final race of the weekend for the Mark 1 Mazda Championship is about to get underway. We've got a magnificent array of cars, 24 cars on track. Simon Woods is on pole, so I'll hand you to our race commentator, Jake Sanson, for the final time this weekend.
We're ready for action for the third Group B race in the Mazda MX-5 Championship 2018, and it's that man, Simon Woods, back on the front of the grid with Charlie Rawls alongside him. Nick Ledoyen and Oliver Robinson are on the second row, from Jack Moody and Alan Hawkins on the third row. Ivan Leary, Anthony Hutchins, Bryn Griffiths and Bill Taylor round out the top 10. From Jake Stiles and Clive Chisnell on the sixth row, Richard Wooten, George Grant, Graham Rumsey and Charles Muggleston, followed by Bruce Robinson, Sam Riley, Richard Bartlett, and rounding out the top 20 is Sam Jarvis. Then it's Elliot Hand, Callum Greatrex, William Hayden and Nick Riley starting from the back of the grid after William Hayden got involved in a last lap accident. He'll be charging through from the back, no doubt. So the red lights are on. When they go out, we're racing at Brands Hatch. Let's do it one more time, and it's a cracking start for the second row for Nick Ledoyen, who's going to shoot straight through, split the front row, and get himself up into the lead. Terrific getaway. We're on board with Charlie Rawls, as that's Anthony Hutchins trying to come round the outside of us into the first corner, and squeezes Hawkins and Leary, and somehow they manage to get away with that when Hawkins is leering all over the circuit, and he just about manages to get away without that turning into a massive accident. And there's a little bit of grass dusting on the far side of the exit of Paddock Hill Bend, but it looks to me as though everybody's got through without drama. Goodness me, that is about as close as you can get to a mass car pileup without it actually happening. They dart their way through the Graham Hill Bend. Nick Ledoyen streaking away out in front. Oh, somebody's gone a little bit wide on the exit of Graham Hill Bend in the midfield. But other than that, everybody is through reasonably safe. That's Oliver Robinson at the front of the charging pack. Simon Woods in third position. Charlie Rawls is there in P4. And in fifth, that looks like Anthony Hutchins in the 80, having just about got away with his little brush with the 722 Alan Hawkins. Ivan Leary seems to be in amongst that lot as well somewhere. We're on board with Simon Woods as he makes his move on Robinson. Dives up the inside, Robinson has no response, and Simon Woods, the 101, is up into second place. We're on board with Charlie Rawls, fourth position. Still Nick Ledoyen leading after his lightning getaway, but he's got a problem! Nick Ledoyen's got a problem! All three leaders are now in front. That's an absolute disaster for Ledoyen. He's charging down the order. So Woods is through, Robinson's through, Rawls is through, Hutchins is through. I think Nick Ledoyen's going to be out of the race. What a disaster on the second lap, leading. So we look back, where is Nick Ledoyen's car? Is he still going, or has he pulled up the circuit? Not sure, but Charlie Rawls is now hustling to try and make a move for second position as he tries to make his way through. On the far side, that's brave Charlie. Anthony Hutchins in fourth position in there as well. Then the 44 of Bill Taylor in P5. Then it's Alan Hawkins in the 722 in sixth position. But Nick Ledoyen, after his magic getaway, is now out of contention, and I'm fairly sure is now out of the race. What a shame. So the 26, Charlie Rawls, goes on the far side of Robinson, trying to move up into second position. But Robinson could easily have been leading this race had he just held on to the lead in front of Simon Woods for one more corner. Rawls, meanwhile, goes to the far side, trying to get past Robinson round the outside line. Hutchins is there in fourth position, battling away. Hawkins trying to get up the inside of Taylor. Ivan Leary is in there as well. Taylor defends from Hawkins. Leary's going to try and make his way on the inside, is he? No, not quite. He hasn't quite got the space to finish off the move. But Taylor, Hawkins and Leary having a great scrap. Here's Charlie Rawls again, having a go at Oliver Robinson for second position. Goes to the far side, tucked back on the left. Now through the right, up towards Clark. Can he zip through on the inside? I'm not sure he's quite going to have the space to do it, so he's going to have to hang back a little bit longer and build up the speed down the main straight once again. But out in front, it is the 101 of Simon Woods. Second place, Oliver Robinson. Then third is that man, the number 26, once again, Charlie Rawls, having a great start to his 2018 season. Having been on the podium in the first B race, got himself into the A, and now he's here battling for the top three once again in Group B. So, fourth position, that is the 80 of Anthony Hutchins, who at the moment appears to me to be the leading master. Oliver Robinson still going well in the 19. Fourth position as Taylor, Hawkins, Leary, and now joining the group, that is the 2. That's Jake Stiles fighting his way up. Oh, Sam Riley's had a bit of an off, and it looks as though he's taken some major damage to the front end of the car. He is off in the gravel. Now, is that going to produce a safety car? There's not a lot of runoff area around the circuit, and is that on the approach to Paddock Hill Bend? I think it is. So surely there's going to be yellow flags on the way into the first corner, and that's going to be a big problem for Charlie Rawls as he tries to make a move on Oliver Robinson. He's going to have to tuck back in. Yes, indeed, yellow flags fly. Now, considering where he is on the circuit, that may bring out the safety car, because that could be considered to be a dangerous position, and we've got battles all the way through the field. Now, I hope nobody gained a place in all of that squabble as they come towards us. That's the 74, Clive Chisnell, trying to make up places and fend off a pack of dogs behind him. Anthony Hutchins in the 80 has suddenly got a major challenge from Alan Hawkins in the 722, and it's safety car. We've just been told the safety car is coming out on circuit, and that is no surprise at all, really, after the off from the stricken car on the far side. So unfortunately, it looks as though Sam Riley's weekend has come to a premature end, and it brings out the safety car with his Mazda MX-5 Mark 1 stationed at a rather dangerous point on the circuit in the gravel trap at Paddock Hill Bend. And he's not very deep in either, so they're going to need to recover that car before racing can resume. But, well, an opportunity to reflect on what a disaster this is for Nick Ledoyen, having taken the lead with a magnificent start. He now finds himself out of luck and out of the race. He just lost power coming out of Paddock Hill Bend, and on the approach to Druids, the car just suddenly slowed, and that is a real shame. I wonder if his lightning start had anything to do with his mechanical problem that put him out of the race. But now the cars will weave around the circuit in formation. They're not allowed to overtake, so they will just get themselves up to speed and keep their brake temperatures and tyre temperatures as hot as they can, ready for the restart. Safety car is out on track. I think it is up at Clearways, so the field will eventually catch them and run around behind them. But this is a very interesting final race of the weekend, with several drivers in the mix and battling away. Some of them having a couple of hiccups. That's Callum Greatrex having dropped a long way down the order over the course of the last two races. Now that's Jack Moody in the 544. He's made up good progress since dropping himself back into the B group. He didn't have the best of starts. Jake Stiles has got past him on the first couple of laps. Then behind Jack Moody, I think that is the 45 of Graham Rumsey, having made up some good places. So the safety car has caught the rest of the field and is now just patrolling the circuit and giving the drivers a little bit of respite as the wreckage is cleared away by the fantastic marshals around the circuit. Let's not forget that we cannot go motor racing in Great Britain, or any other country for that matter, without some very competent and well-drilled marshals, and you can see them there. They have already got to the scene of the accident pretty quickly with the recovery incident unit truck, and they will tow that car away probably before the end of the lap. So that is very good indeed. We may even only have one more lap, which is this one basically, behind the safety car. So we should be able to go racing very quickly. The only problem really is going to be when that car is removed from the outside of Paddock Hill Bend, how much gravel is going to be brought back on the circuit as a result of the recovery. Now that's going to be the major stumbling point basically. But it's fantastic that we get to see this process in action. Most of the time these things are cut, but we actually get to see a proper full safety car period at club level. The marshals waving yellows all around the circuit, of course, as the crews go to work. The lights are still on the safety car, so obviously they have to get the all clear before racing can resume. And I imagine that there is probably a little bit more gravel brought onto the circuit than they would like it to be, so that's why it's not going to be as clean as second. But you can see at the top left of your screen, you can see the recovery is actually happening. That is the incident unit car moving the car out of position. Oh, the lights are out straight away, so we are going to go racing. Terrific work from the recovery crew then, because we are going to go racing. So the safety car is going to peel straight in, and the pace of the race is now going to be dictated by Woods, who's already gone for it. Woods has already dropped the hammer. He's going for it. And what a restart. He has got himself a good second or so over the rest of the field. That is a terrific restart from Simon Woods, and almost certainly now he will control the rest of this race from the green flag if he can just keep it all together. So a cracking start from Woods. Second position still Robinson. Third is Charlie Rawls as he tries to go for his second podium of the weekend. He dives at the inside of Robinson. It's a great line out of Paddock Hill Bend. And we got another spinner behind us. Someone's gone off of Paddock Hill Bend as Rawls has to sacrifice the move on Robinson. That's Ivan Leary. Ivan Leary has gone in backwards at Paddock Hill Bend. Now I don't think that one is going to bring out the safety car, because he's gone a long way into the gravel trap there. He should be able to get out of the car, no problem at all. And I don't think he's going to be injured from that one, but Ivan Leary's race is over. We're on board with Charlie Rawls as he battles with Robinson. Bruce Surtees up towards McLaren. Heading for Clark Corner. Careful, you have to have a lot of counter steering through that course in the drizzly, greasy conditions. Up the gears. He's into fourth gear now as he comes down the straight. Right on the back of Robinson, looking for a way to come through. He goes left, because that's where Robinson's sending him. And he keeps the car in fourth gear through that Paddock Hill bend turn. And he's got some company with him because Anthony Hutchins and Alan Hawkins have gone with him on this restart. Under the bridge, into Druids. Hutchins still holding that inside line to stop Hawkins coming through as he tries to attack Rawls. And Rawls is also having the same move on Oliver Robinson, and it doesn't work as Robinson is ultra defensive. But Simon Woods in the 101 looks as though he's got this one in the bag. A few car lengths up the road, but Charlie Rawls has got other ideas on Robinson. He's going to make the move into second position, surely into Surtees. This move should work. He hangs on in there and he's through, but now Robinson's going to have to try and make the same defensive tactics on Hutchinson. He comes straight back at Rawls, up on the inside. Hawkins is going to get away on the inside of Hutchinson as well. Now we're getting a great race. This is Mazda MX-5 Championship racing at its best. Hawkins alongside, Hutchins going the long way round. Charlie Rawls is being overtaken by Hutchins, and Hawkins might get through on the inside if we're not careful. No, the door slams shut, but is Hutchins still to our left? Is he going to lose the place again? Oh, he's gone the long way round and taken third position. Cracking move from Hutchins. And now Hawkins is trying to get the same move done on Rawls as he goes the long way round. And he's done it there as well. The back end kicks out. And somehow, he nearly loses the car altogether. If only he loses the place. My goodness. That was a close run thing there for Hawkins. Rawls is sliding as he comes out of Graham Hill Bend. He's desperately trying to get back on terms with Hutchins, but that will really have unsettled Charlie Rawls, and that's brought Bill Taylor into the battle as well. The 44 is right up there. So up on the inside comes Charlie Rawls to get the place back off Hutchins. They bang doors and on the turn. Brilliant move. They rub wheels and Charlie Rawls sorts it out, moving back into third position past Anthony Hutchins. That was as roughhouse as you like, but that is as tight and as aggressive as it gets in Mazda MX-5 racing before it gets silly. Great racing from Charlie Rawls, who made Anthony Hutchins absolutely aware of the situation. I'm passing you. It's time for you to back down or get in the gravel. Brilliant racing from Rawls, and now up the inside, Hawkins is going to have another go, but Hutchins is not done with Charlie Rawls yet. Oh, this is magnificent, and it's for a podium place as Hutchins goes wide. Hawkins is going to try and sweep back across into Graham Hill Bend. Hutchins will take the inside line, drifts back off the line, and Bill Taylor's now getting in there with Hawkins. There's not an opportunity, these two. Goodness me. 44, Bill Taylor now starting to up the ante. We're on board with Charlie Rawls. He's now having a go. Robinson holding that inside line. And Woods is not that far ahead of them, so maybe it's not done yet. Rawls comes off the turn. Robinson's still holding that inside line. Up to fourth gear. We're going to stay here for a while because we don't go up to fifth. Sweeping left for Robinson. We're going to stay in fourth gear. Back down off the power. Throw the car back in. Robinson's having to brake a lot more. Rawls is going to need to be careful on the steering here, hot on the curbs. Has he got the speed to keep it going round the left side? Wood still holds it. Robinson second, third is Rawls, then it's Hutchins, Hawkins. And now up the inside, this is for seventh position. Moody is taking some pressure from Jake Stiles. Stiles is trying to get himself in there. Hasn't quite been able to make the move stick, but now he's chasing down the battle in front of him. Bill Taylor still there as they race for position. Oh, great guns blazing for these guys as Jake Stiles pushes on, and then we've got a battle further back as well. That's the leader. That's Simon Woods under pressure from Robinson. Rawls is there on the inside line as well. It is now a six-car battle for the victory from Woods down to Taylor. Up the inside, Rawls is going to get second on Robinson. He pulls in front. So that's Charlie Rawls up in a second place. But we're not done. Into Paddock Hill Bend. Third position, Oliver Robinson's now going to have to struggle to hold on to this third place because he's got a hard charging three cars behind him. Rawls, meanwhile, is having a look at Simon Woods. Woods is being tentative, and behind us, look in the rearview mirror. That is Robinson defending Hutchins. He moves to cover up the move. Hawkins is now alongside Hutchins. You can see that in our rearview mirror. Hutchins has to move across, and he's drifted sideways, and he's spun it. Oh, and in goes Hawkins. Taylor's got through as well, and that's a bent suspension for Hutchins. It's game over. Oh, what a shame for Anthony Hutchins. Meanwhile, Rawls is going for the lead, and he's lost it. Bring it back, Charlie, bring it back. Oh, how did he save that with only losing one place? Oh, my goodness, it's all kicking off here at Brands Hatch. What a move, though, from Charlie Rawls to bring the car back Any other driver would have chucked that into the scenery. What a save from Charlie Rawls. It's really spicing up here. The greasy conditions definitely giving us some action. Further back, this is Chisnell leading a queue of cars. That's Bryn Griffiths having a go at the 45 in there as well. Round the far side, can Graham Rumsey hold him off? For the moment, the answer is yes. Bryn Griffiths in there, trying to move up the order. You gotta love the Mazda MX-5 Championship for this. George Grant is having a look as well in the 169, and that is Callum Greatrex trying to come around the outside of Clive Chisnell. It doesn't matter what you're watching, whether it's at the front of the field or the midfield or the back of the field. There's always great battles in the Mazda MX-5 Championship, and Greatrex is power sliding through. Goodness me, that was more McRae than it was Jenson Button. Brilliant from Callum Greatrex to hold the car together, although I have a feeling that track limits may apply there. Bryn Griffiths still hanging on in behind the 45 of Graham Rumsey, but George Grant is in there as well in the 169 as he tries to make his way on the inside line. He's got a good run off the turn. Can George Grant overhaul? Well, we're not going to find out for the moment because it's a three-way battle for the lead. Somehow Charlie Rawls is still in this contest in third position, having not lost too much time, and Woods is being caught by both Oliver Robinson and Charlie Rawls. These three are going to squabble it out for the victory. We've had a one-man band in the first race, we've had a two-way tussle in the second, and now we're going to get a triumvirate in the third race of the weekend. Just bring it on. This is what this season is going to be like in Mazda MX-5 Championship racing, and I cannot wait to see it unfold. Charlie Rawls desperately trying to come back on Robinson. Robinson's going to dive for the inside of Woods. The car twitches, and he's through. Now on the undercar, Woods is going to try and get him back again. I don't think he's going to make it. Side by side. What's Charlie Rawls going to do? We're on board with Woods as Robinson loses the place almost as quickly as he gains it. But Rawls has got the slipstream on Simon Woods. Maybe he could dive for the inside and get second place. No, he's going to hang back and watch these two come to blows. Very nearly door banging from those two, not quite in the end. But Robinson's going to have another go at Simon Woods. Up the hill, into Druids. Robinson looks again. Woods has to move to cover. That's going to drift him slightly wide. Robinson may get a good exit. And Charlie Rawls has got an even better exit. He may now go for second place. On the far side, he moves to the right, has to cut back to the middle. Now he'll charge for the undercut on the left side. Terrific racing here at Brands Hatch. Magnificent battling. And now in fourth position, trying to catch them all. That is the 544 of Jack Moody. He's worked his way forward. So Simon Woods leads it. Robinson has another go at that inside line. Well, what if Moody could snatch it from all three of these guys? He's worked his way up the field pretty rapidly. We've got another off there on the far side. You can just see the yellow flags out. I'm not sure who that was. We'll have to pick it up a bit later, but I'm not sure if that's going to bring out a safety car as well, because that's quite close to the edge of the race circuit. Meanwhile, Robinson, not under yellows at Bannergill Bend, is going for it on the inside, and I think Woods is going to have to yield. He's through. Robinson takes the lead. Woods is going to come back on the exit. Not a lot of room to manoeuvre. Robinson cuts the door, he's up on the grass, and Rawls is going to go round the outside. He's going to drift onto the dirty part of the apex. Oh, this is brilliant. All three of them battle for position, and through goes Rawls. Rawls takes the lead. Into Graham Hill Bend. Woods is going to get the undercut on Robinson, and here comes Jack Moody. We're not done yet. Down the stretch towards Surtees. Moody dives for the inside line on Robinson. Woods is through in a second. Robinson drifts out sideways. He's on the grass. Moody's going to go the long way round. Can he switch back on Robinson? This is what Mazda MX-5 racing is all about. Now Moody's going to have to switch from the right to the left if he wants a good run on Robinson, and Jake Stiles is coming into the battle as well in fifth position. It's now a five-way scrap for victory. 3 was not good enough. Then we had 4, now we've got 5. And Charlie Rawls is still hanging on. This could be Charlie Rawls' first victory in the championship since joining the season last year. Now here in his first weekend back in Group B, asserting himself with a podium for the first time in the first race of the day. Now he's going to get a victory in the last of the day. If he could just hang on, we're on board with Woods. That's Robinson diving to the inside for second position. He's through, and that's a mistake from Woods as he runs wide. Moody's going to get through as well, and Jake Stiles is going to go for Moody. Jake Stiles is through in a fourth position. Simon Woods, one-time leader of this race, is now down to 5th. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful racing. Charlie Rawls is now your leader. Robinson second. Woods is back up the inside of Jake Stiles, trying to go for the move on the inside line. And we're not done yet. Oh, look at that absolute determination on Jake Stars' face. You can see him as he looks across with visor open, looking to try and move across. Last lap, it's now or never for these guys. And this time Simon Woods shuts the door assertively on Jake Stars. Stars is going to try and get back on the undercut, but I think Charlie Rawls has got this one in the bag. All he has to do is keep on it. And now we've got more tussles. These two more cars in the mix. That's the 65, William Hayden, coming around the outside. Where has he come from? Hayden was down at the back of the grid, and he's charged his way up into, what's that now, 5th position. Terrific stuff from William Hayden. He's in the top 5, and now he's right in there behind Simon Woods. He could get 4th before the finish. Down the short stretch, Charlie Rawls is still working his craft to the front of the field. And that looks like 722 Alan Hawkins trying to get in the mix with Jake Stars as well. But what a victory this is going to be. Charlie Rawls is going to hang on to it through the final turn. They're still sliding around, but Charlie Rawls has done it. Across the line he's going to come. A victorious moment for Charlie Rawls. He takes the win in the last race of the weekend at Brands Hatch. And he is ecstatic about it. To right, mate. Charlie Rawls wins an absolute thriller at Brands Hatch. Oh, and I'm completely out of gusto. Magnificent. Charlie Rawls is your winner here at Brands Hatch after a terrific battle with Oliver Robinson. Jack Moody comes home in 3rd place. Simon Woods in 4th, from William Hayden, Jake Stiles, Bill Taylor, Richard Whitten, Graham Rumsey and Bryn Griffiths in the top 10. Richard Whitten, the fastest lap of the race in all that. George Grant, Charles Muggleton, Bruce Robinson, Elliot Hand, Sam Jarvis and Richard Bartlett were the only other finishers in a crazy race. Chisnell, Hutchins, Leary, Riley, Ledoyan, Hawkins, Greatrex and Riley, all non-finishers. But what a way to end the weekend for Group B, and a great win for Charlie Rawls.
First ever podium yesterday, you got 3rd. It must be amazing feeling to come back and get 1st.
Oh, it's amazing, yeah. When we were sat in the assembly area, I thought, I'm not going home until I'm holding this trophy, so we obviously had to make a few moves to get here. We went backwards, had a good grassy moment, kept it on the track miraculously. Everyone disappeared from behind me, so the pressure was off. And yeah, we brought it back, so chuffed a bit.
Brilliant, well congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Right. No, well Oliver, congratulations. So you've come away with silverware, you must be feeling fantastic.
Yeah, no, feeling good. Start of the season, so it's good. Was in the A's yesterday, but you know, slipped back, but hey. You know, we'll get there.
Are you going to be joining us in Snetterton at all?
Absolutely, absolutely, all the way, and been practicing a bit there, so I like the track, especially the Bentley Straight, because that's the name of my company, so that's great.
Brilliant, well fantastic, we loved having you, so congratulations and we'll see you at Snetterton.
Thank you very much.